This is a glance of the Highland Assembly of God Church Incorporated history, from its birth to the present. How God has been so faithful and true to have carried her through the tough times when sometimes giving up was the only choice. But God, with His mighty hand and powerful move through His Holy Spirit, captured the believers' hearts to keep on fighting the good fight of faith, which made them victorious, and continued to be raised up into the solid foundation, who is Christ the Lord, who blessed their generations with a glorious church, awaiting for the coming of Christ. The year 1975 was marked as the birth of the church. It all started when Mrs. Rosalina Lacamen from Tooting Assembly of God Church ministered to a teacher named Mrs. Rosina Corpus. The teacher's conversion started a series of Bible studies in La Trinidad. One of the first places where Bible studies were held was the Canam's residence in Buyagan. A service was conducted as well in their house by the then Reverend Leonardo Caput Sr. with the members of Tooting Assembly of God Church. And the same year, regular Sunday services were held at the Girl Scouts of the Philippines building in Kilometer 5, La Trinidad. The newly born church was first ministered by several pastors who served as shepherds. On April 1979, two young pastors, Pastor Justino Mangdikmot Jr. and Pastor Walter Caput, were appointed to be in charge. The church was named La Trinidad Assembly of God Church, or LTAG. After 10 months, Pastor Mangdikmot left to start another ministry, while Pastor Walter Caput stayed to serve the LTAG church. Several missionaries helped in the establishment of the church, like Reverend Walter Irola and his wife Lucille, who served from 1979 to 1984. In 1981, Reverend Antonio Caput Sr. was led by the Lord to the La Trinidad Central School, where they were granted to hold Sunday services. The following year, the growing church moved to the Benguet provincial capital, where they were allowed to utilize the auditorium and courtroom. The auditorium, however, wasn't always available every Sunday, so they often need to look for another place. This made them wander from one place of worship to another. It was a great struggle for the church. This was the time when they felt the great need for a permanent place of worship. They got on their knees and prayed earnestly as a church. In 1984, God began to answer their prayers for a permanent place of worship. It was not a smooth ride, however. The search for church lot was met with many hindrances. But God, in His mighty move, used Brother Luis Muslov and Brother Liso Agpa Sr. They found a lot at Pugis, La Trinidad, which was wide enough for a new church building. The Lord also touched Brother David Martin Sr., an AG member in the U.S., who donated money for the lot. After several years of wandering, the church had finally started to build her own place of worship. Groundbreaking was held on January 15, 1984. 3 months later, the LTAG Church was officially affiliated with the Philippine General Council of the Assemblies of God. Finally, in August 1985, the first official church service was held inside the newly created building. As church attendance gradually increased, expansion of the church building was inevitable. A new building used as training center was built in the mid-90s. It was a fulfillment of a vision by Reverend Leonardo Caput Sr. in the late 80s. The training center was then expanded into a multi-purpose building and was utilized both as training center and as a worship hall. It was further renovated and enlarged in 2000. A parking lot was developed as well. The Lord continued to bless the congregation and caused them to be more generous, so that in 2003, the construction of a health center ensued. It was completed and inaugurated in December 2012. Through all the years, various ministry departments and outreaches were organized. In 1979, the youth ministry started reaching out to prisoners of Benguet Provincial Jail. The youth also participated in various church pioneering works. Some young people felt the need to minister to fellow students, so the Agape Campus Fellowship, now known as Agape Campus Missions, was organized. On the other hand, the men's ministry participated in the church building and construction of other facilities. A special church project called Compassion Ministry was upgraded into a student center from being a family helper in 1978. In 1996, a group of young professionals organized the CARE, Christ Ambassadors Reaching Out in Evangelizing. They were involved mainly in outreaches and medical and dental mission activities. The following year, the CARE Group established the Epimeliumai Multipurpose Cooperative. It caters to the financial needs of the members, and it is one source of funds for medical and dental activities. The Super Kids Learning Center is KLC, which caters to preschool education up to grade 6 students, was established in 2000. In the same year, the first issue of the Highland Messenger, a church publication, was released. The church movement in foreign missions started with Sister Melita Stira, who served in the MV Doulos from 2001 to 2003. This is followed by Sister Divina Paquilo, who was the first local missionary to have been sent and fully supported by the church to international missions. In January of 2009, the church name La Trinidad Assembly of God Church was changed to the Highland Metropolitan Assembly of God Church Incorporated.
If I could sing the love of Christ, if such a song I'd ever find, each note would soar on eagle's wings to praise with angels as they sing the Savior of mankind. But should I sing for all my days the brightest melody, how could I say in songs of praise all Christ is done for me? So I must live the love of Christ. How deep the Father's love for us, how vast beyond all measure, that He should give His only Son and make a wretch His treasure. How great the pain of searing loss.
devotion to my soul.